look at this. Look at this shit. Look at Nancy. Okay. Now, I want to share a personal story about Nancy Mace here, guys, because I find this really interesting. Because you know she's running for governor in South Carolina, right? She's been doing the Trump shit of like threatening to sue the airport. I'm suing for defamation. She's like doing lawsuits. She's turned into crazy anti-trans content creator. Hold the line, right? She's trying to be all Trumpy and badass. But look at this tweet, okay? Look at this fucking tweet, guys. This shit is unbelievable. It says, I have to tell you, last night I had the most incredible conversation with the president. I have never been more proud. I told him how much I love him, how much America loves him, and how he will go down as the greatest president in American history. He will do anything he can to help anyone. There will never be another like him. God bless Donald Trump, she says. Okay, now, first off, I know this is batshit. We can break this down 1,000 ways. The first thing I notice about this, as did everyone, is how obvious it is. Like she is like scrambling to get his endorsement in South Carolina. That's what this is. This is like Donald Trump is the greatest president ever. He is so good. He is so incredible. He is so amazing. There will never be another like him. She's trying to get the endorsement of Trump for South Carolina. So obvious. But dude, so you know what's fucked up about this though, guys? Is when I read this, it reminded me of my childhood. And let me just tell you, so I've told you how I had an authoritarian father. My father was a very abusive, physically violent, drinking, authoritarian man. He ruled the household with like an iron fist, okay? But he was also like had this crazy fucking ego, like crazy ego, as all authoritarians do. They have a really crazy sort of like thinly veiled ego. So when I was a kid and I wanted shit, I used to do this. That's how I had to do it to get stuff. Like I remember once there were these 3 foot tall Shogun Warrior things. They were like Shogun Warrior toys where they like fired the fist and like a rocket ship came out of the head. They were these big plastic toys that I wanted that were like 3 feet tall. And so I knew if I wanted to get Shogun Warriors, I had to do that for my dad. So I would make him a card where I would draw pictures with Shogun Warriors on there. And I would be like, my dad is the best dad. We all love and appreciate him so much. And inside, you do amazing things for us, taking care of us and buying us things like Shogun Warriors. I would go to town and make these elaborate appeals to his ego. And it would work, guys. I would butter his ass up and I would appeal to his ego. And 9 times out of 10, I would get what I fucking wanted. Okay? It was a game you learn how to play when your parent is a narcissist authoritarian, right? You either buck them and get nothing, or you play it and you extract what you want from them. Okay, I learned at a young age how to do this. But so when I read this, I was like, oh my God, this is our president now. Like people are groveling like that for an abusive man who's our fucking president. Nancy, though, is a 47-year-old woman, right? Or 49 or whatever. She's not a kid. Dude, I was like 8 when I did that. Okay? I was 8. I didn't do that when I was fucking 40. All right? That was not the behavior I was engaging in when I was 40. But it's crazy how these people will like reduce themselves to like childlike playing by the rules with Trumpy's authoritarianism to try and get what they want. Now, here's the issue with this, though, guys, is Nancy Mace talks a lot about how she's been sexually abused. She talks very openly about how she's been raped. But, like, dude, she's doing this for a rapist. for a sexual abuser, for a guy who openly says he doesn't ask for consent when he does things to women, that he simply has star power and enough wealth that he's allowed to do shit without even asking for consent. And dude, and Nancy's like, she's cool with that. She's prostrating herself for a rapist publicly. You know, isn't that wild? That is insane. All to try and get an endorsement. Dude, and now he's going to make her grovel, right? He's going to make her grovel. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to, like, get her over to the White House for a little, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Trumpy's probably, you know, he's not getting much anymore, dude. Melania won't even talk to him. I wonder if he's going to try and get a little, like, a sniff. Dude, I bet he could. No, that's an interesting thing. He'll give her the endorsement if she doesn't sign on the Epstein discharge petition. Oh, dude, I could see that, right? You gotta take your name off the discharge petition or you ain't getting endorsement. And then she takes her name off the discharge petition and then he doesn't endorse her. That would be the Trump move. To say, I'll make you a deal. You get off the discharge petition so they can't get the Epstein files. I will endorse you. And then when the day comes, he doesn't endorse. Right? I mean, if anyone's going to back out of the discharge petition, the Epstein, it's going to be Nancy. I bet you. Although, guys, here's the problem. And maybe she won't back out because she cannot win the South Carolina governor if she, like, doesn't, like, advocate for the release of the Epstein files. I don't think she could win, guys. I don't think she could win without that. I think if she pulled her name off the discharge petition, she would lose the Republican primary in South Carolina. I think the Epstein files are a campaignable item. Like, remember the tweet we read yesterday? Remember Schuster? Dude, look at this. He said that once the discharge petition is triggered, a whole bunch of House Republicans are going to vote to release the files. That they're going to try and get ahead with this. Because, guys, I think any Republican that votes to hide the Epstein files is vulnerable in 2026. Every single one of them, unless they are in the reddest of the red districts. If that district is split at all, they are vulnerable. This is a huge issue. This is like the issue of our times right here. This is gonna be crazy, crazy shit. Yeah, man. What a scoundrel, though. Dude, Nancy Mace, dude. She will do anything, boss. She will do anything. Will he give her the endorsement? I don't think he will. I don't know that he will. Maybe he will. But dude, she is clamoring for it. And you're right. She has no shame. Dude, she is like Shameless, bro.